Hi everyone, this video is not about resolutions. New Year's resolutions. They're a thing of the past. Nobody does them anymore, do they? I mean, you may say that you have a desire for something to happen or to change in your life, but resolutions are totally useless. Almost saying it's a resolution is going to make it not succeed. But I want to talk about goals because I think there is something we can share about goals for the new year and for every day of our lives. And it's actually based on a really lovely article that Linda Ward, who is one of our amazing bloggers. By the way, we have a whole group of incredible bloggers who write articles for 60andMe, and this one's by Linda Ward, and it's all about consider tackling one goal in 2024. Now, we always start off the year, don't we, with sort of this list of things, like, well, I need to lose weight, I need to stop eating less sugar, I need to walk more, I need to travel more, I need to get together with my family more often, I need to make a resolution to have a positive mental attitude. It goes on and on. And the big ones are, I'm going to stop smoking, I'm going to stop drinking, I'm going to stop whatever. Stop. It's a negative word. I'm going to stop it. And that's how most people who do resolutions start the process. But I want to talk about goals, because goals are great. Goals are things that you can put into action with action. You can do them. You can actually have power over them. And so the main thing that Linda talks about in this article is not having too many goals. And I've actually read this now in several places. I did a little bit of follow-up because she says that the research is showing that if you don't overwhelm yourself with like lots of things you want to do, like a list a mile long. You can have visions, you can have dreams and things you want to accomplish. But if you don't overwhelm yourself, you're constantly haphazardly jumping from one thing to the next. One goal, how far has that gotten you? Or multiple goals, how far has that gotten you? One goal might work. Now, she was talking about, this is a really cool thing. I'd never heard this done at work before, but she said at work, they actually asked everybody at her job to actually put a wish for the future, for the next year, in an envelope and to seal it. And the manager took their envelope, and at the end of the year, they opened them up and nobody could remember what they'd put in there. And she said, maybe one or two, but nobody, she certainly couldn't remember. We all forgot. We hadn't made it a priority, whatever that thing was, that one big thing. That's how she had phrased it. What is the one big thing? So having one goal is really helpful. So here's a new twist for 2024. Take one goal and put all of your energy, every single bit of energy into it. Now, that goal can actually be lifted up to a level that includes other goals, if you know what I mean. So it's not like just one resolution, in quotes. So if you, for example, say, let me get her example, because she says, I want to eat, I don't want to lose weight, I don't want to eat less sugar, I want to get healthy by Christmas. Is too broad. You've got to be really, really specific. You need to say something like, actionable. I will research my I will research healthy eating habits and put into action things that can help me achieve that goal. So for example, she wrote down, I will research and then put into action limiting my sugar intake until next Christmas. Or I shall research and put into action limiting snacking at night, or I shall put into action walking every day. So it's like putting in your resolution. It's not just I'm going to do this. It's like not saying I want to gain weight or lose weight or I want to walk more often. It's actually I will research, I will make it a point, I will meditate on this every day and put into action whatever the action is going to be in order to achieve that goal, one goal. I think it's kind of cool. So she said that how do we do this? Well, there's lots of different ways that I do it, and I've never actually done one goal. I've never done this. I'm going to try it this year, and it's going to be around that theme of I will research and put into action things that help me to live a healthier life. To eat better food, to understand how things impact my blood sugar, how things impact my blood pressure. But it's around the goal of researching and being committed to learning about how to put into action these things. It's a really different mindset. But one thing she does talk about doing, which I've done before, and I'm going to do it this year, you can join me, is a vision board. Now, what is a vision board? Well, it's where you search through magazines or you search through papers and, anything you've got. I'm going to show you an example in a second of things that are you're just drawn to, that you know that somehow next year you want to have this in your life. And so you just go through a magazine or online. You can go to Pinterest. That's a good place to go. Very visual. Just pull out the things that pull you to them and then put them on a paper. So it could be things things like people share, a couple having dinner if you've never been on a date for 3 years or 13 years. Pictures of money, pictures of cars, pictures of clothing, anything that kind of pulls you to it as something that you might like as part of your goal to live a happier life, whatever your big goal is, to do things, that just pull. And this way you can find out which is the one that keeps drawing it to you. And I actually shared this with our Patreon group the other day, and then I went to continue to build my my little vision board, and I found this theme repeating itself, and I never really even thought about this before, and so I thought I'd share it with you and see whether you can have the same experience. So visually create the picture. If, for example, if it was going to be about your diet, you'd have healthy food choices, healthy foods, maybe somebody exercising, meals at restaurants with an X mark through it, just all these things that you can do. Cookbook, anything that you would associate with healthy eating, put that up on the vision board. And then you can have other things too, like pictures of your family, pictures of your pets, whatever, things that you're going to prioritize. But you will start to see the things that are, pulling together in groups, like, kind of attaching themselves to each other. I'll show you what the first thing I pulled out and put on my vision board, which is really, really interesting. It's this. This is a picture of some wallpaper, and it's a picture of, it's actually by Designer Guild, and it's the Jardin Botanique. And I saw a woman who'd used this on a panel in her bedroom. I was on TikTok, and I just loved it so much. It's hard to see it really, but it is beautiful. And I pulled this one, and then I started pulling out other images like this. I got this palette from Pat McGrath, and I'm going to do a video on this because it's an amazing palette. But there was something about the colors, and it's not dissimilar, in a way, floral, feminine, just something about it. I don't know. And so I pulled that together as well. And I was looking at purple a lot. Anywho, the reason that I think this is interesting is that next year I want to move. I want to move from this house, my room, to something a bit bigger. And now I know we've talked about space and all the rest of it, but I'm not going to get more stuff. I just want a place with a balcony. I want somewhere that I can open a door, open a window, and step out to the air. It's just something about living in a room like this. I can't really open my windows because the traffic is really busy outside my window, and I get a lot of dust coming in. And also, I just want to be able to step out. So anyway, so the point was, all of a sudden I started prioritizing home and having a home that is more aligned to who I want to be this next year. I can't describe it in any other way. But anyway, I'm just rambling a little bit, but that's my start to my vision board. We'll see what ends up on it because I haven't really got into it yet. I'm just going to work on that theme and recognize it. That's the thing to do, is to recognize it. So there's a quote here from a book called Atomic Habits. It's by James Clear, and Linda puts this in her article. I invite you to read her story, actually. It's quite cool. And he said, James Clear, the best way to change your life is by not changing your entire life. Focus on one specific habit. Work on it until you master it and make it an automatic part of your daily life. And then repeat this process on the next habit. So one goal for this year, what is it? I say innocently, what is it? Change 1 year, and the world will be overwhelming if we don't do something to bring it all together. Slow down. Focus on right now one thing that you want to have happen in 2024. And put it in the comment section below, okay? Let's have 1,000 comments there. I want everybody to tell me, because I think that will be helpful to you. If you can stop to think, and maybe as you write it down, realize maybe that you've been too broad. I want to be healthier. That's too broad. Think about, I'm going to research ways to cut my sugar. I'm going to learn more about carbohydrates and why I need to, whatever. Make it into actionable steps and see what you come up with, and focus on that one step. And then when you conquer that, go on to the next one. I don't know. I'm not preaching. I'm just suggesting. Linda has got a great article if you want to go read about it and learn more. But are you a goals and resolutions person? Or are you going to be a goals person this year? Okay, I hope that you're doing well. Have a great, great day wherever you are in this beautiful planet. Go out into the world, shine, glow, live life with fullness, and know that you're here for a reason. You found 60 and me. We're sisters. We're on this journey together. We're going to help each other. Okay, everybody, take really good care.